for a while now. The Seahawks defense, they have been playing outstanding, allowing only 19 points per game with 32 sacks this season. But Leonard Williams says what they're seeing from Stafford is freakish. Williams saying they watch when he says throwing a no-look pass. He's throwing over the shoulder. He's got pressure coming in, and he is still completing that football. Williams says the key to facing this Rams today, take care of first and second down and make them go into third and long situations. And Greeny, back to the top where Puka Nacua says they're on an absolute heater. He says they have to keep their flow and their routine, and that begins with breakfast. Here's what Puka Nacua is eating today. It's a plain bagel with 2 over medium eggs, but you got to take the top of the bagel off. You keep that extra carbs for later. You eat the bagel. You have 2 extra over medium eggs on the side, just in case you're still hungry. That's the key for Puka Nacua to start the day off right and keep them on this heater, as he says.
All right, Lindsay, that's excellent.
That's awesome,
but we
Lindsay.
need to work on that breakfast order, though.
Yeah.
I mean, over medium, there's nothing worse than when that egg starts running on the bagel, right? I mean, any of us from New
That's
York.
good.
You like the running?
No, I like the running.
On the bagel.
Like an egg burnt to a crisp.
Does he save the other half of the bagel for halftime?
To eat later for carbs, yeah.
Carbs?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
I love the yolk.
Let's try it.
You know what?
It seems to be working.
Loves carbs. Let me tell you something. You need a lot more carbs than just one bagel, my friend.
Okay, so now that we've heard from Rex and his expertise, let me come over to you from yours. Teddy, let's talk about the quarterbacks in this game. Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl champ, probably headed to the Hall of Fame. We all know everything there.
No questions.
How about the
Stafford,
other side?
All right, we got Sam Darnold. Okay, and listen, there are quarterbacks out there where you get defined over the course of regular seasons, and you get moments where everyone's looking at, and then how you perform is really just that tells me the picture. Sam Darnold, the way he finished last year in the last week of the season, and then also the playoff loss. I mean, these Rams owned him. Okay, this is going to go a long way for me in terms of who Sam Darnold is. Okay, can we see a player that's ready to take the next step and say, you know what, these guys own me, that's enough. I'm coming up now. I want to see that from Sam, because right now you're playing great football, but a lot of these games are over at halftime. They are blowing guys out, and you can go ahead and do all you want in the third and fourth quarter. It doesn't matter. This is going to be a fourth quarter game here, and Sam Darnold still has a fatal flaw. He turns the football over. He's one of the worst in the league in terms of taking care of the football, and this is what he has to show. If he can be that quarterback in a fourth quarter of a game when it matters and the season's on the line, he's going to be it. He's going to show me something today if he can get this win.
Yeah, and honestly, when you look at the Seahawks, and they're having a phenomenal season, I don't want to downplay it, but their best win is maybe at Pittsburgh, right? Like there isn't a great win, and this is a big step up in competition with them going down to LA and playing this Rams football team. And I know we put those numbers up on the board of all those offensive numbers and all those ones. The truth is, I can't wait to watch these defenses play.
Me too.
These 2 defenses are unbelievable, and it both starts with their front. You highlighted the Rams front. Again, they sacked him 9 times in that wild card game the last time they played. Again, can they do it today? Can they disrupt him? He's been on a roll. And on the other side of the ball, the Seahawks defensive front is on par, right? They're just as good. And so as good as these offenses are, these 2 teams are very complete, and their defensive units bring it as well.
Yeah, you know what? You mentioned that Seattle front. How about that Leonard Williams? Oh, my goodness. He might be the best guy on the field. But it's so funny because you get tied up in those numbers. Both teams are so explosive. These defenses, amazing. Both top 5 defenses. That's why this game's going to be incredible. So, man, how can we run the ball anyway? How can we do different things? Well, Sean McVay, what makes him special is how creative he is, not just in the pass game, but in the run game. How about having one of your best players on the field, Puka Nacua? Watch this. He's not just going to block a safety here, Moss. Watch him pick up the linebacker. Boom. Okay. Sits back right in there. Puka. Nice thing. Closes his hip up the field. Look at this thing. Just going. All right, now. Bring him back in. Kyle Hamilton. Oh, that's a Pro Bowl safety, linebacker type guy. Okay, get right here. Hey, go. Why don't you just get out? How about I throw you out the bar here? Right there. What a play. And then, Randy, you take over on this one.
Well, you're talking about the creativity of Sean McVay right here. play fake, show the ball. Man, look at the safety. Look how the safety bites up, and that's not even his man. So you talking about the creativity by a guy like Sean McVay, man. He's making this offense, look easy to perform in. Now he look like a guy.
I got to show it. Moss, check him out. Watch the fake here. Look at his elbows underneath. Right there, thumbs up. He's got a block, right?
That's the run
wide base. Now he gets out there. You're man coverage. You got no chance. He's so creative. Everything ties together with Sean McVay. And that's what you notice. What separates him from almost everybody in the league outside of Dan Campbell was this right here, right? I mean, I'm just telling you, everything looks the same. And he's got a Pro Bowl receiver in there doing the dirty work. Moss.
No, don't even ask me. No, I'm not going in there.
It's not showing that tape. He shows Kyle Hamilton. I mean, in the Seattle defense, Nick Emanwari, that rookie. I mean, this is a guy that does Kyle Hamilton things. Yeah. Baltimore is struggling on defense. Where's the Raven defense? It's in Seattle. They're doing special things like that with the D lineman you talk about, the safety out of South Carolina. I mean, last week the guy's got 9 tackles, half a sack, and 4 passes defensed. I mean, this guy's all over the field. Emanwari, great player.
And listen, it's not just in L.A., Rex, right? Like, it's a mirror image up in Seattle. It's the same offense. This Clint Kubiak offense, the same system. They mirror the run and pass the same way. You're going to see more play-action pass in this game than any game in the NFL, maybe this year. They both do it so well, such a high percentage of run, and then all the play-action pass that comes off it. Maybe more bootlegs than any game we've ever seen all year. Both these QBs great on the run.
With this being a big game, a lot of the viewers don't get to see the Seattles, don't get to see the LA Rams. Why? Because they're West Coast and, the 3 hours difference. But if there's something I want the viewers to really watch in this game, I want you to look at the offensive pad level for both offensive lines. And the reason why I say that is because both offenses, the way they run the play action fake. First in the National Football League in the Rams and third in the National Football League in Seattle. And I'm talking about play action passing yards, Rex. And the reason why I want you to pay attention to is one thing I'm going to be looking at. How high is the pad level for the offensive line? Because once the quarterback shows that ball, if the pad level is high, Rex, what are we thinking?
Pass.
All right, then. So something has to give today. First and third in the National Football League, Brew, passing yards off the play action. I can't wait to see Sam Darnold and JSN.
Both these teams are built the exact same way. Both of them are built the same way. All right, both of them have two-headed monsters in the backfield right now, right?
Yes.
They all do the hard play action, all that down the field, great receivers, strong offensive line, and a nasty defense. So, to me, this is great because the West Coast, we think more finesse. Not with these teams. Both of them are extremely physical.
I got to add this in there. You talked about they're built pretty similar. The only difference is that two-headed receiver with Devontae Adams and Puka, man, JSN is the only. So between him and Sam Darnold, I cannot wait to see this connection.
One more thing they have in common. There are only 2 teams in the entire NFL that are top 5 in both scoring offense and scoring defense. They are the Rams and the Seahawks. And they go head-to-head today in Los Angeles. And we're talking a lot this morning about the Rams coach. Sometimes it feels like Sean McVay can read